Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We're in trouble.
No, we've been doing a lot. Been having fun, been talking to a lot of interesting people all over the world, and we really do appreciate all of you. You know, the journey is still ongoing. You know, it's being written in the present moment.
We have told you our past journey, and now we are in the present moment, and it's exciting. We are planning a wedding.
Yeah.
So fun, stress-free, and so fun. The twin flame union, marriage of the century.
Yeah. It won't top the dolphins.
Yeah, the dolphins was a bit much. And there he goes with the sign.
Sorry. They know what I'm talking about.
I think they trained those dolphins.
They did. Eileen and Trevor, we're on to you. We figured out the dolphins were something that you planned.
Yeah, it happened. So, the really cool thing is we went to, you know, Lee and I have been engaged a couple times. You know, once before prison.
The pre-prison.
The pre-prison engagement. Once before eviction. It's been a lot. But this time when I came home and we really threw ourselves into this business, and I got home on September 26th, so we had planned a wedding for September 26th, and we just started making plans. Well, the universe had a different plan, and it was a week later. Lee and I started visiting places to have this ceremony, and we were going to have it out at the deck where I went and screamed for him way back in 2005, and where he proposed to me, but it was just too small, and so we decided to go take a look at some places around Cincinnati. And we looked at some beautiful places. We looked at some great places. But we found, when we walked into the venue that we've got, we knew it was for us.
Yeah, we knew. And we're going to have it in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
/ reception hall. I mean, they do weddings all the time.
Yeah.
But it was perfect. I felt it was perfect when we walked into it. And, so we started making plans. As the universe would have it, we are having our ceremony on October 3rd of this year. We're 60 days away.
Yeah.
And so many cool things are happening. Yesterday was fun.
Yesterday was amazing.
Yesterday was fun.
Yesterday it looked like our whole condo got exploded with wedding gear. It was almost like it was almost like a James Bond moment where you like taking out the gadgets and going, wow, this is cool. And of course, you know, the dresses.
The dresses came in, and my daughters tried them on, and they fit perfect. It was amazing. The cake cutter came in.
There is something we're missing though. We want to explain why it changed. The date changed was really surreal. Because we were talking, and you know, we knew that this is the date that we wanted to have, and you know, of course I wake up from a dream that says have it on this day in October, and then I'm talking to her about it. Then her daughter comes in and says, hey, just randomly out of nowhere, says, hey, so you guys are getting married in October. And the whole time we've talked to her, there's never been a mention of it.
Yeah.
And then
there was a problem with the venue.
Well, it was even, and then we were looking at a comic book from DC Comics with Superman, the wedding of Lois and Clark in October. So we went, yeah, that's just too many synchronicities. I mean, we all don't really pay attention to synchronistic behavior, but in times like that, what choice do you have? You really kind of want to go, yeah, we'll follow that.
And if you haven't picked up on the fact that we like Superman, Lee is my Superman. We are having a Superman themed wedding.
Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark, Superman, same thing.
Well,
kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been real fun picking out things and finding things with either Superman or Clark and Lois on them.
Yeah.
Our knives have Lois and Clark on them, and
We were asked about why we had an identity before we actually came out.
oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, when I was away, Lee started Clark Kent '07
Yeah, WordPress.
at WordPress, and then it just kind of escalated from there. But then,
No, we've been Lois and Clark for quite some
yeah,
time.
for quite some time. But I had suggested we had put that in another video about the YouTube channel and making that. It's like pulling teeth. But it was. It was bad. Talked him into it, and here we are. Planning a wedding. Lois and Clark. On October 3rd. Fun things are happening. But it's not so much about the wedding.
No, it's about the union. I mean, I think what we've learned in humanity is that when you get married, it's about the wedding itself, and you know, not much is really put into the actual union or the actual connection that's supposed to happen during that time, and from that time throughout. You know, as we sit here and we do this for you, to us, we're not really thinking about everybody who will get the chance to kind of view this. To us, there'll be a generation of our family that's going to be out there to watch us and hear us tell them about unconditional love, tell them about pain and suffering, tell them about judgment, tell them about destruction, and the greatest teacher we've all had, which has been pain. And, you know, our grandkids will be watching this. Our great-great-grandchildren will be watching this. That's what's important, I believe, to both of us, is that that's going to be in place. And they're going to see true love, and they're going to know where to go to experience it. And I think that was probably even the original idea when it came to Relationship Reinvented, was how are we going to make sure that our kids and their kids and the kids that will come find a place to look and go, look at what Grandma and Grandpa did, and have a place to come to. And that's why we're here. We know that we had to build this in such a way that it helped all of humanity, but it changed generations. We've all been under the generational curse for so long. And I think one message that we would really want to tell our grandchildren, or our great-grandchildren who are going to be watching this, we love you very much. And we're glad that we had to go through all of this so you don't have to.
There's so much out there. There's so much twin flame information out there, but you really never get to see the harmonious union after all of the mess.
I mean, we got a few.
Yeah, there's a few. There's
I'm sure there'll be more.
And at the wedding, there's going to be at least two other twin flame unions. That's going to be awesome. We're all going to be together.
And we're not going to do a traditional wedding.
No.
That's going to be far from it. Far from it. There is a way that you can exchange in union that will be felt. It doesn't have to have words kind of correlated with it. It can be felt. It can be felt in such a way that you feel the true power of what love can do. I mean, we've been talking about it in our journey, but to experience it in such a way, in the way that it always is between Sherry and I, it's not something we really get to really show the whole world, but we will. We most certainly will. And I think we're doing that.
There is every aspect of our union is amazing and spiritual and dreamlike. It's what you dream of when you're little. It's that thing inside of you that you hope is real, that makes you feel like you're crazy, and you're not. It's real and it's happening, and
You didn't say it right. Batshit crazy.
that
Sorry.
shit crazy, right? We get that a lot.
Well, we could use the not crazy, but we're not going to do that.
Really? You do it every time.
I didn't drop it. I just crazy. I didn't say the whole word.
There's a lot of laughing. There's a lot of kissing, and there's a lot of
Crying.
crying. Good crying.
Release.
Yeah. And there's you know, some will say it's not all about the googly eyes and the kissing and the hugging and the intimacy and the sex. It's a package. Package is a bad word.
An undefined package.
Yeah. It's it all comes together. It's all inclusive.
All inclusive. Yes. That's a good way
Even
to
the
put it.
drinks are free.
Wow.
I made that up.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
We want to continue making videos so you can follow us and know what we're doing, and we're also going to be doing other videos on certain topics and certain subjects. But I think it's really important that we continue our journey, because happily ever after,
It's been done for too long.
Right.
You don't get to see what that means.
right, what does that happily ever after mean? Well,
Although Trevor and Eileen do a good job at
they
it.
do a great job.
Trevor and Eileen do a fantastic
Oh,
job at it.
Yeah, they're ordinary to extraordinary life. Whew.
Say it again.
Ordinary to extraordinary life. And the hippies on the mountain. We can't
Oh, the
forget them.
hippies on the mountain. Can't forget them. Twin flame, divine fire.
They are hippies.
Yes, there is a fire going on in there.
There is.
For real.
We just love you guys, and we think you're amazing. All of our soul family. We think, or we feel, you guys you are part of us. You're part of our family, and we're so excited to have you at the wedding. And those of you who can't make the wedding, it's going to be on video, obviously, as part of our journey. We're going to put that out there. And if you wish to follow us on the journey to that day, we're going to make a couple more videos and let you know what's going on. It's odd, because normally in a normal relationship, I did that.
Yeah, you did.
Wedding planning is and stressful and bickering and going on and on about this and that, and oh my gosh, this happened, that happened. It's not even about that. We're having a blast. Things are falling into place, and it hasn't been stressful at all. Tomorrow we're going to look at tuxes. Got to pick out the tux.
I've got to look decent.
Got to look good. When they ask him to take pictures, that's what he does. Do it again. It's funny because everything's taken care of, and it's August, almost August. Not even August. It's the end of July, and photographer is done, and the venue is done, and the DJ is done, and we just got a couple little minor details to put together, and that's it. The tuxes will be done tomorrow. Fun times. Everything's just falling into place, and when little mishaps happen, I let my maid of honor get all stressed out, because she does that anyway. We just don't carry that. We don't have to. It's not about this. We're not, I'm not after perfection. I'm after the, leave her alone. I'm not after the perfection of the ceremony. I'm after the union afterwards. The union before, and the union during, and the union afterwards. That's what's important to me. Because without the union, there is no marriage. It's important that we stay focused on not the material things, on the spiritual things, on the union, how we're feeling, and what we're doing with each other during the process. Make sense?
Did it make sense?
Okay, it makes sense. I don't know.
So I guess it comes down to this. What is marriage in this union? Jerry? Go ahead.
What is the question? What is marriage?
What is marriage in this union?
I feel it's the spiritual cementing of our union. Marriage, we're already married. I mean, we already have that commitment. We already have that. We're just having a ceremony for our friends and family to be able to experience the energy that we have as a union. How would you answer your question, Lee?
How would I answer it?
Okay.
It's a celebration. It's like all bets are off. You don't have to be human. You can be everything else. And you get to share it. And this love has healed so much. Not just to the people that we talk to the family that we're with. It's done something to the relationship, to the self, that gets honored in that moment. Is that answered enough?
That was beautiful. So, follow us as we continue to bring you on this journey that is Sherry and Lee, or Lee and Sherry, however you want to say it.
Take her before me. It's one and the same, no matter which way you put it.
When Lee is hurting, I hurt. When he is joyful, I'm joyful.
I'm rarely ever hurt.
Right?
There's not much that affects me.
Unless you step on one of Mike's bones. That hurts.
But other than that, not. I think when you know, we talked to you guys about, in divine communication, about removing judgment. That's how you become free. You don't worry about what others think, do, say, or anything, because you're not doing it to yourself. It's disabled. So, I think, or I don't even want to use the word think. No. That's the huge difference. There's no need to be negative or positive about it. There just has to be known. The word known is very powerful unto itself. And it doesn't require me to be in a past or a future to do it. Because I can be now.
That's all we have is now, right?
Well, you don't change anything in the future. Duh. You change it when?
No.
Or you don't change it at all.
That was beautiful.
I get kisses for saying silly things. No, but we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to continue these, but I think there's a whole lot more we still need to talk about, because how do we get to be now? There's probably several different ways that you could do it. I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there who are saying, you know, lose your mind, let go of the now, let go of whatever is, let go of your past, let go of your future, stop running, stop chasing. You know what? None of it really matters if you cannot be in this moment right now. Because there's not going to be anything that's going to change it. Just like the waterfall is behind us, it's not going to stop running.
Well,
it's
it might,
continuous.
if they turn the water off.
If they turn the water off, it's going to find a different direction to go in.
I hope they can hear us with all that water behind us.
Yeah, that's why that little thing keeps coming out.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was hoping you would.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the little thing right
I
there.
see it. There's so many out there wondering, how are you guys sitting there together after all I've just watched?
You tell them.
Unconditional love, no judgment, and divine communication. And truth.
Oh, deep truth. Deep truth. Preach, sister, preach. Don't hold back. Let them have it.
Being completely honest with one another about how we feel about anything and everything. Not judging one another at all for anything. And just continuing to remain peaceful and loving, compassionate listening. Lee, he does do that.
I do it, but I hear it in different ways. I listen. I listen to, we listen to a lot of different people. We read email, we discuss things, we talk, and we watch some of the stuff that can be out there. We really have profound place of really saying, we love you anyway. And that's probably the most powerful part, is there doesn't need to be anything that's, we don't have to point fingers, we don't have to say, well, we don't believe in this or don't believe in that. You don't go with this, you don't go with that, you don't talk to this person, you don't talk to that person. Here's what we do tell you. Talk to who's in here. Because the person who's in here is the person with all the answers. And it doesn't, you don't have to specify with all the information that's out there and here that you put in here and then use that information to tell other people. If you fall in love with someone and you can feel them beyond the mind, that's what it means. You don't need a title for it. You don't need to try to make it something different. You don't have to go and try to find something out where it pertains to physical or non-physical behavior. Just be in it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to do anything else. It is how you feel inside of there, isn't it? I mean, what brought us together? It wasn't because somebody gave us information. It was because we listened to the information we already had on the inside anyway. If I couldn't tell her and show her I loved her, it was only because I wasn't showing it to myself. And when you figure that out, it's not about being with the other person. It's about being with yourself. True union happens under that. It doesn't happen any other way. This is forever.
Be true to you. Be true to you. That's important. Very important.
Highly, deeply, wonderfully. And you know, it's. I think what's so cool about this is we have fun every day, and we listen to pain, but we help birth through that. It's not like we're going around and we're putting layers back. We're peeling them back. We're taking them off. So they do understand where all of that information comes from in here, not out here. Out here is not going to make any sense. Not a higher anything, an inner everything. You are more in there. I mean, for Christ's sake, look. If you can't look, you can see out here. Turn your eyes backwards. Look in here. It just makes too much sense. And the only way you can do that is by making a choice in the present moment. No other place. No other moment can it happen. If you are trying to make it about, you know, I can't because of my past and I'm holding this fear and this anxiety, and I know that I'm never going to be there in the future. It's because you won't let go of psychological time. And nobody's going to tell you how to do that, because you can only tell it to yourself. Nobody, no information, nothing you can find. It's a decision and a switch that can be turned on and off by you. That's how this works. And I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world to experience it. You're missing where true love comes through the open door. In here, not out here. You'll miss all of this anyway. It doesn't have to be about time. Time cannot remove time. Only you can.
Let go of your attachment to the world and material things, and let go of attachment to all things. That's what keeps this union strong.
That and one belief that was put in the both of us, and we both heard it throughout this entire journey. You may have to be in this world,
but you don't have to be of it.
I love you. Did you hear that? We're telling you. Freedom.
It wouldn't be any different if we were recording this under a bridge at the Ohio River. It's a little dangerous.
Don't try.
And the water's yucky. It's real. You're not crazy. All the bubbly stuff happens. It's a fairy tale. True.
Let's talk about the bubbly stuff, or even call it the honeymoon phase, or what I like to call it the most, the present moment, where you don't have any noise, where you can just be together in silence, or talking about just randomly anything, or just staring into each other's eyes. We don't look at each other enough. We don't look in the windows to see if anybody's home. We don't spend enough time in the place where nothing else matters. That's what that is. It's not about, I can't wait to be with them. Oh, everything's going to be so beautiful. You don't know what true beauty is until you get rid of time.
Yeah.
We practice it daily. We practice it when we can. We practice it in between sessions. We practice it when we're with our family. We practice letting go of it so we can see how beautiful it is and feel the inner peace that comes with it.
Yeah. And our union is based on the principal belief that my belief system is in him. And he believes in me. And that's our belief system. And the universe allows us to, what's the word I'm looking for? Follow what it has for us. Little things, little messages that you don't pick up normally if you're in your mind and living in everyday life. Little things such as, just a quick example, we were at the store today, we were picking out big blue Rubbermaid totes to start putting wedding stuff in because it's cluttering the house up. And so we went, these great big ones, and they were like $16 a piece, and I put them in the cart, and I was like, I don't know, that's a bit much for, and then they slam down all by themselves, 2 of them. I guess we're supposed to get these. So we get up to the checkout, they were $8 a piece.
And we thought they were going to be like 20 something.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So nobody in a regular mindset is going to pick up on little messages like that. And it's the little messages like that that really have changed my perspective on so many things. When the universe speaks, it speaks in different forms and in various ways. And we really pay attention to each and every message that comes our way, or we at least try to pick up on it.
Through nature. And it's really interesting because nature's not violent. Nature's not violent.
Yeah.
It's just not. There's nothing about it that seems angry, upset, depressed, resisting. There's nothing about it that does that. There's no judgment in nature. There's none.
And when you talk about or hear about the honeymoon stage that we were talking about before, your relationships are going to have those, and then you're going to fall into the real self coming out, or the self with the shell, with all this, I'm going to say it weird. With all this shit coming out.
You can't say that. There's our kids watching.
I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Built up on you, and then you end up at each other's throats. And our twin flame union allows us to be in the honeymoon stage in the now, always, 24/7. And it allows us to be together 24 hours a day. We work together, and I know you've heard this before, but it's so important. We work together, we eat together, we sleep together. If we run to the store, we run to the store together. We rarely are without each other. I run to the tanning bed by myself, and it's only because he's already got it.
I'm already got it. I've got a permanent tanning bed. We're done here.
I'm getting close.
Okay. But there's a key word.
That's it.
There's a key word you used.
Mm-hmm.
Allow.
Right.
Allow. How many of you resist what you allow? Allow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many of you resist? That's a lot. Stop. Allow.
We're a twin flame union. We're together. We do things together.
We are unconditional love moving in the present moment. Doesn't need a title. That's what it is. And that's what we need it to be. Anything else is just a word, but it's not the motion or the energy that creates it. It never has been. And I thank heaven that we didn't go and look for the things that could have kept us still chasing or running from each other. Because we would have never figured it out with all the hell we went through. And it was a beautiful hell. They had plenty of ice water.
No, they didn't.
They had towels.
Little ones.
And they had a cabana room.
No, they didn't.
Mine did.
Mine didn't. We love you guys, and we are here for you.
And thank you guys. Thank you
so much for all the amazing messages and emails. And
we're sorry this one took so long.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. We don't need reminders. We'll get them out. I mean,
we'll get them out.
We understand. We're with you.
Thank you for the hate mail too, and the flipping off and sessions and all that stuff. We love it, and we will bring you further on our journey and what we go through and how we live in this union and what we're doing. And it's not going to end at the wedding. It begins every moment.
Now.
It's just a celebration.
And all you got to do right now, before we end this, is ask yourself, are you connected or disconnected from yourself? And if you're disconnected, remove the mind, become connected. It's that simple. That doesn't sound simple, but it is simple.
It is simple. And that's how your twin can connect to you too.
Oh, I love those moments.
Those are great. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
Always. Bye.